Welcome to It's Personal, Not Just Business, with your host, Michael Fliegelman. In each episode, you'll learn lessons from other successful financial advisors and brokers. You can find this show on YouTube, LinkedIn, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and on swanwealth.com. Now here's the host of It's Personal, Not Just Business, Michael Fliegelman.
Welcome to our version of It's Personal, Not Just Business. Today, I got my good friend, Mr. Asghar Kazim, joining us. Asghar is the founder and president of the United Wealth Group. He is a self-made, successful financial advisor who has a great story to tell. So welcome, Asghar. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's always good to spend time with you, Michael.
Well, I feel the same way. You know, we've known each other for many years, and I'm excited that you agreed to join us for this because sharing your story with our listeners, I think, could be very, very helpful and very motivating to people as they learn about someone who really has a great story to tell. You know, I call this podcast, It's Personal, Not Just Business, because in my world, everything is about the relationships that I build. And one of those relationships goes back about 15 or 20 years ago, and that's with you. When I was a Guardian General Agent, I had the pleasure of working with you and seeing your business grow over time. And I'd like to first ask you to just share a little bit about your background, your story. You know, I have shared with our listeners for over the last year or so since we began this podcast that I came to this country as a second generation immigrant. My father came here in 1920, steerage class through Ellis Island. He was born in Poland. And, you know, we are a country of immigrants. And I believe, if my memory doesn't fail me, which it's been doing lately, that you didn't come from the United States. You actually were born abroad. So I'd be interested to share, if you could share your journey, how you got here, and a little bit about your background, your family, and please.
Absolutely. Happy to. So I came to this country in 1989 when I was 18 years old as an international student. So I went to Rutgers University, stayed on campus. My family is from Pakistan, in a city called Karachi, which is the port city, the financial district where all the arts happen. But luckily for me, my dad was an airline pilot, so we traveled the world. And so I always wanted to come to New York and see what this is all about. So I came actually as a tourist to visit because I wanted to become a cricket player, become a professional cricket player in Pakistan. And then in the time I graduated high school and I was ready to go to university, I had this summer off. So I told my dad, I'd love to go to New York. So he sent me here and I just loved it. I loved the energy. I saw the opportunity and what a great place this could be. So I decided to stop playing cricket and pursue that and start my higher education here. So then I went back and I applied for, you have to get a student visa. That's how I came here. And I never imagined being a financial advisor. I wanted to be an engineer or something like that, which most of my friends did when they came to go to college here. But I guess I learned by living on my own for the first time and being on my own for all these years that I'm a people person. I like to be around people, and sitting in front of a computer or doing something like that was not my personality. So that was a journey. And I did an internship selling life insurance, and everybody thought I was out of my mind. Why would I want to sell life insurance for a living? But I loved it. I loved the people I worked with. And that's, I've never done anything else professionally other than be a financial advisor.
Wow, what a great journey! What a great journey. As a cricket player,
Yes.
to give up that. I'm sure you were very passionate about that, and that must have been difficult. Are you still playing cricket?
Yeah, so to become a cricket player, like the ultimate goal, if from in countries like Australia or England or Pakistan or India, where cricket is a very big sport, um, the ultimate goal is to make it to the national team, and it's like everybody who plays football here. Their ultimate goal is to play in the NFL, so it's to play in the
Sure.
national team. So you have to be really, 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 really good, right? And you could actually be really, really good and still not get a chance to play. So um, so I had to make a decision, right? At some point, I was very good at playing cricket, where I could think of doing that, but what is the probability chances of that happening? I don't know, but yeah, you know what? Luckily, fortunately, I was able to play cricket here in the U.S. I played. This cricket is a big deal in New Jersey, New York. There's a huge Indian Pakistani population here, and I played in the league, and I fulfilled my childhood dreams in my 30s. So
Awesome.
yeah, which is pretty cool. And I
That's
met
great.
a lot of people that way too. I met a lot of people through playing cricket.
Yeah, and this is so perfect for me to be talking with you, because you personify my tagline, that you really do develop personal relationships. I've been to some of your celebrations and parties, and I've seen how your family and friends and clients all gather around and really have a tremendous close knit community and love for you. And so share with us, you come into this business as an intern right out of college, and you fast forward the tape, and here we are. Now you run this really multifaceted organization where you manage people's money, you help them with planning their estates, you help them with their gifting and their retirement plans and their medical insurance, and you have expertise in different silos of experts to help your clients, whether it be with their group insurance or their setting up of a pension plan, or the right legal team for their estate plan. Share with us a little bit about growing United Wealth Group from being that college intern to where you are today, some 20 years or so later.
Yeah, absolutely. And since you know me for so long, Michael, I like to have fun. So it's personal, not just business, is perfect for me. And I think one of the key things that helped me really grow my business and where I am today is the relationships I built with my clients from early on. And fortunately, I have a lot of clients that have been my clients for the last 28 years. That I've been in this business, and they've grown. Some of them have really grown, and their businesses have grown, and I've grown my business with them, and they've become like my closest friends as well. So when I get to work, the people I work with, also my team, most people are with me for 20 plus years, and you've met most of those people, so they're very close. I feel I'm really fortunate that I work with people I'm so close to, and there's so much trust and faith built in that, and that is a key ingredient to the success of United Wealth Group. And I can really focus on doing the planning for my clients and building relationships. And I think the strength of the growth of our businesses, we keep getting referrals. We have clients without asking them send other clients because they're having good experiences with us, from the service aspect of what we do and from the planning ideas that we do with them. So building good, strong relationships and providing the service that was promised to our clients from the beginning, it really helps to continue to build our business. But yeah, I think the focus of my business is mostly on estate planning, and help people organize their financial life and put down on a paper what are the things that are important to them, why are they important, and how do we organize it that everything they'd like to achieve in their life now and when they're gone does happen in an organized fashion. So that's really the focus of the business.
Well, you've certainly, created a tremendously successful business. I know that one of the carriers that you do business with is so appreciative of your business. They even placed you on the front cover of their annual report, and that you were, I guess, nominated or selected as one of the top financial security professionals by some very famous institution or periodical that demonstrates your success and the tremendous work that you have done over the years.
Yeah, so it's Forbes magazine. So I was in the top 100 for the last 3 years in a row. We're waiting for 2023. I don't think they've announced. But yeah, actually, it's very humbling and really nice to be on that list. But it also helps my business, right? It gives you this credibility that a third party, and it's a huge magazine like Forbes magazine, does this survey and their analysis and research, and to be placed in top 100 in the whole country is amazing. It's great. And just full disclosure, the reason I was on the cover of the magazine of this insurance company was because of my looks, because there are other people who are much better than me.
You mean much better looking?
Yes. No, not much better looking. I probably am the most handsome guy in that company, which is fine.
Oh,
yeah,
and that's why they put you on the front cover. Absolutely, it had nothing to do with your record-breaking results as an advisor, producer, money manager. It's you are a handsome dude, but
Thanks. Thank
you know, let's just leave that there. I'm just going to stop that line of questioning here about your looks. Though, you know, there's different strokes for different folks, and maybe in your eyes, you are the most handsome. But you are a special guy. You are somebody that I would consider a dear friend. And I know that you also, besides helping clients and mentoring clients about, you know, estate planning and helping them realize their life's goals, you also do a great job in mentoring and growing your staff. And I know that, you know, you have this longevity with your team of people, and you got a really vibrant, great group of people. How do you know, create a relationship of being a boss, but also, as I've witnessed, you being their friend?
Right. Yeah, I think that for me, culture is so important of where I work, and fortunately, we all align in a very nice way that we work together. And nothing is perfect in life, right? So I don't think that I'm always where I should be as a boss, and keeping that balance of being a boss and a friend, etc. But it's working. It works. And I think the most important thing is having respect for each other. So that respect boundary is there. As long as that's there, everything works. And I think we all have the same goal, and we're all aligned from what we believe in, what promises we make with clients, and we need to fulfill them. And we've done a lot of coaching work together as well. And I've been in different types of coaching programs. Some of them we've done together, right, Michael? So I involve my staff into that also, because I think it's so valuable, and then they can understand my thought process, where I am coming from, and them learning and growing as people as well. So we have done lots of coaching stuff together, and then we have put systems in place. So being an entrepreneur and being somebody who's never worked in corporate America, and I've always done worked in this self-employed type of world. We've put systems in place, because if we didn't have that, I'd be all over the place. That's just my personality, and that doesn't work when you're 6 other people working with you. So we have things in place. We have somebody who runs all our meetings for us, who's an engineer. That's his background. So he keeps everybody in line, and he keeps everything organized, and In our business, a lot of stuff. So I would meet with you as a new prospect today, and business may not happen for a year or 2 or 3 years. So our engineer guy makes sure that we're following through. Nothing is being forgotten. Yeah. So I think we just have the right people in the right places. I have someone who is my business development person whose job is to do all the marketing and keep my schedule full. If I ask that person to follow up on things or keep track of things or keep record of things, he's not going to do that. That's not his strength. And that is okay. I'm not looking for that from him. So I think over time and working together so long, we've been able to identify strengths and weaknesses and put people in the areas of their strength. And that's what they do, which we learned from strategic coach called unique ability, right? Everybody's working in their unique ability.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what I was going to bring up as you brought up all of these different responsibilities that you've delegated to different people. And one of the things that we've both done together is a program called Strategic Coach. And I was thinking about how that helped me and my staff when we did our Colby indexes. So I knew, that I had alignment between the job responsibilities and the proper person that could fit into those job responsibilities in a way that they enjoyed that work. So that's really terrific. Asghar, can you share with the audience a little bit about how, if they wanted to contact you regarding doing their estate plan or reviewing their group insurance or managing their money or whatever it may be that you do, how they would contact you? Where they would go to reach out to you?
You mean my telephone number or email?
Yeah, any kind of contact information you could share, that would be helpful.
Oh, great. Yeah, but so people could reach me on my phone, which is 732-735-3204, or my email, which is as my initial, Kazim, my last name, Kazim at uwgllc.com.
Terrific. And is there a website as well?
Yeah, it's www.uwgllc.com.
Terrific. Thank you for that. Asghar, who or what have been your biggest influences or mentors throughout your journey? From Pakistan to Princeton. I think that's a great name for your journey. From Pakistan to Princeton, really, it's a big road. So who are some of those people that really impacted and helped you get to the level of success that you've gotten to?
Yeah, so my first internship that I did was at Northwestern Mutual in Princeton, because I was going to Rutgers University, which is in New Brunswick. So that was the closest office for us. And there were many people there who, so I think one of the smartest things I did, if anybody's thinking of becoming a financial advisor or is new in the business, or maybe they want to really grow their practice, I would really encourage them to seek out other successful people and other people that they resonate also within their office or through their network in our business, and work with them, do joint work. So I think I got incredible training because in my first year in the business, I did everything jointly with different successful people, and I learned so much working with them. I think the biggest thing I learned was confidence, being confident and being present in front of a client. So I think in my first 2 years, it was like a master's and PhD in being a financial advisor, because I was working with these people who have thousands and thousands of hours in this business.
Absolutely. They say it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert in any field. And, rubbing shoulders and doing joint work certainly seems like it had a great impact on you.
Great impact. So those were great people, great mentors, always ready to help. And that's why I love this business. Most of the people that I meet in this business who are very successful are very, very giving human beings, because that's just the way of being. That's why you would be successful in this business. You do that for other people. And then when I joined Guardian, it was a little bit rocky in the beginning because I had a few changes in who my manager would be back when I started. And then I had to interview a bunch of people to see who I would work with. And then we met, even though I was in Princeton and you were in Long Island. And I thought it's somebody I could work with. So I learned a lot from you, Michael, which I
Well,
really
thank you.
appreciate. And I always tell you, I don't shy away from telling you that because you're a tremendous resource even today for me on estate planning or just bouncing ideas or complex situations. Um, so yeah, I would consider you a very good friend, mentor for me as well. And then for 10 years, for the past 11 years, I guess, Steve D'Annunzio, who you work with as well, has been a great mentor and coach for me.
Sure.
I've learned a lot from him. So,
Yeah, actually, it was interesting. Last week we had Steve on our podcast.
oh, I
And
missed it. Okay.
yeah, you'll probably get an email or you'll see it on LinkedIn if you want to watch it, because one of the things that I've learned is that if you have something that works for you, I feel it's my responsibility to share it with others that I feel can benefit. And Steve has been that for me and that for you and for many others, as he has helped us grow our, not necessarily our business as much, but our quality of life.
Yes.
From Princeton to Pakistan, which is a good name for your journey. You meet people on the road and they just help the journey get smoother and better and more enjoyable. Share with us a little bit about the future. You've gone from, beginning of being a college kid in this business and doing joint work to leading this multifaceted firm, United Wealth Group. What are some of the things that you're excited about, projects you're working on for the future, and what is your vision for the next 10 years for yourself, your family, United Wealth Group?
Yeah, I'm very excited about the future. So I turned 52 last year. And one of the things we realized is we have about 600 clients, plus more, not counting people or participants of 401k plans that we've installed. So I do need, one of the things that was lacking in our practice was another financial advisor. So I have a great team of back office people. So we brought in a financial advisor. It's working amazing. He's doing a tremendous job and he's becoming very successful very quickly. So my goal is to add two more advisors to our team, mentor them, ensure that they're doing all the right things, and make them successful. And if I do that, I'm going to have a lot more fun in the business because then I don't have to be the only person who's doing all the surgeries, right? I have other people. And then I can have more time to do things that I'd like to do, and I can actually be more present for the people that I will be working with within our firm. So this is a new journey, and I'm super excited to mentor these people. And I'm going to be very careful and not in a rush. I'm going to only find the right people with the right integrity, the right personality to fit in our business, but it's going to be a tremendous opportunity for the right person. And
Absolutely. So
too, yeah.
So I'll just add to this that if you're out there and you want to get into the financial service business and somehow you're watching this, I would give Asghar a call. I don't think you would find a more giving or caring or fun-loving human being that could create a path from beginning to end for a potential financial advisor that wants to get in this business. Are you looking for a new person in the business or somebody experienced? What is the model of the type of person that you would like to call you because they're watching this podcast? Is that person been in the business 10, 20 years, or it's just really a bright young person who wants to start in the business?
Yeah, I think ideally in a perfect world, I would want someone who's been in the business between 2 to 5 years and they're fully licensed and they've decided that they want to be in this business, but maybe they're not the best prospector in the world.
Hmm.
But they love the planning part and they love working with the team. But I'm open to everyone. I don't really my agency that I work with. They have a training program for sure, so they could be part of that training and learn the business. I don't have the setup to train a brand new person,
Sure.
right? But my agency does, so they can do
Right.
that, and then they can come join my team. So ideally,
Absolutely.
somebody with a little bit of experience, not just completely fresh. But I wouldn't say no. I mean, I don't want to limit myself. Maybe I can get the right person, and I can help them get licensed and trained, etc. But I told you my ideal person would be that somebody's been
Sure.
20 years already. Um, I could speak to them. I don't know if that's the right person for us or not yet.
Absolutely. Well, um, how do you stay motivated, Asghar? I mean, you've been doing this very, very high level of results every year for the last 10, 15 years, and it's growing. I've seen how your business has just taken off. But one of the things that tends to happen, I'm 62, I got 10 years on you. It's hard to wake up and stay motivated to try and repeat this. So what motivates you? What gives you that juice in the morning besides a lot of coffee or Red Bull, whatever you drink, to like wake up with that get up and go attitude that I know that you really have. You enter the office with a big smile on your face.
Yeah,
How
I
do you
think
do it?
I set myself up in an environment that I really enjoy. So I love what I do. I just love the business with all the issues, with all the problems. You try to delegate a lot of stuff, and then stuff comes up, and then I try to learn new things, new ideas. So what keeps me motivated is I love problem solving. So when I'm meeting with a business owner or a new prospect, I listen very intently because I want to learn what the issues are, what the pain points are, and I love to come up with a solution to that problem. So eventually, I think, as you know, eventually you get to a point in your business, it's not always about revenue. It's also about the quality of stuff that you're doing, and it's a lot of fun. So I still have the same energy to do this business that I did 20 years ago.
It's
So
wonderful.
maybe one day I'll slow down. Who knows?
Yeah, and when you do, you'll have a great team of people taking care of the valued clients that you've spent the last 28 years building. Very, very exciting story. Very, very enjoyable to speak with you, Asghar. I wanted to ask you, is there any specific message or idea that you'd like to convey to our audience about yourself, your company, your values, and why somebody should consider working with you with their financial situation or working with you as a financial advisor that you would mentor?
Yeah. So I'll take a try at each. So working with us as a client is because we have many years of 28 years of experience working with business owners as well as families, and we welcome everyone to come and work with us and work with our team, and I think it's going to be a wonderful experience for them, and also the access that I can provide to people to advanced, sophisticated planning, as well as just simple stuff that they need to do, would be very valuable. And it's very important to me and everybody on my team to provide the most value to anybody who comes in through that door. So I think that I don't promise people that we'll get them the highest rate of return on their investments, but we'll give them the highest level of service and advice when they come through the door. And working with us as a financial advisor, I can guarantee you're going to have tons and tons of fun and learning. And again, the same thing, access to all kinds of planning opportunities and unlimited potential of growth and success that you could have in the business. So.
And I so appreciate your perspective because I've seen how you do that. You are what I call a value provider. You've added value to my work over the years based upon our friendship. You add value to your staff's work by involving them in the same coaching programs that you're involved with. And I've seen the love and the relationships that you have built with clients and CPAs and real estate developers and hotel and motel operators. As I've been to some of your events at your homes, and I could see the love and appreciation and admiration for. I don't know if what's the term of endearment they call you, Skipper or something? What is it that your team calls you?
Oh my God! So my cricket team, people call me Skip.
Yeah.
Pops is the word.
Yeah, and there are certain people you meet in life, and they have this attraction skill, and it's your laugh, it's your jokes, it's your way of being that
Yeah.
makes you a pleasure to work with, work for, or consult on. So if you're out there and you're listening to this podcast, give Asghar a call. You won't be disappointed. Whether he's taking care of your insurance, investments, retirement, you'll have a great experience. And whether you're looking to grow a practice under his organization in New Jersey at United Wealth Group, I think you'll be glad you did. Asghar, any closing thoughts before we conclude?
No, thank you. Thank you for being so complimentary, and I appreciate our friendship and your mentorship and the resource that you provide to all of the people that come to you through the brokerage channel or otherwise. And this was so much fun. Thank you for having me on the show.
Awesome. Really appreciate it. All the best. Peace, health, and happiness for you for a great 2024.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks.
You've been tuning into It's Personal, Not Just Business, with your host, Michael Fliegelman. Each episode features role models and lessons from other successful financial advisors and brokers. Thank you for your positive feedback, comments, questions, and for sharing this show with others.